What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video today, ladies and gentlemen. And you're probably asking, bro's on the grind. Yes, the YouTube grind. So anyways, I'm gonna start putting out so much more footage for you guys just because I want to and I need to and I love making videos. So we're gonna get right on that. But in today's video, we're doing a freaking Q&A. So for the ones that do follow me, boom, Instagram, I did post on my story, ask anything at all, funny, goofy. And what I've noticed is a lot of you guys have a bunch of questions about how to set up goals, how to stay motivated, and things like that. So we're just gonna dive right into it and answer the best questions that I felt like needed to be answered, because there was a lot of the same questions. Does that make sense? So I picked one of the most specific ones, and we're just gonna go with those. But we're going to answer these throughout the day because I got a lot of stuff to do. So let's just get right into it, baby. So for question numero uno, it is, do you plan on modeling for clothesline? Like I said, these questions are going to be all over the place, but do you plan on modeling for a clothesline? Yes, so I do. I really enjoy modeling. It's very, very fun to me. I think it's extremely exciting, and you kind of figure out what your best angles are and how you feel in what certain clothes. Like for me, I really feel great in like a gentleman's clothes, and what I mean by that is like button up and like tight pants. But other people feel really good in streetwear. I'm not a big fan of that, but I'm a huge fan of freaking like suits and stuff like that. But to answer that, yes, I do plan on. I'm actually dropping a merch line, ladies and gentlemen, my very own merch line. It's called Moon Mentality. I'm very, very excited to drop it. The first drop will be tank tops, but I'm very, very excited to start that with you guys. Also, check out the Moon Mentality Instagram page. There you'll get a bunch of stuff like motivation, merch drops, all the workout programs and things like that. But I do plan on modeling for whoever really wants me, to be honest with you, and for my own company, Moon Mentality. So yes. Question number 2, how to build muscle mass fast. Okay, so I'm gonna answer this in 2 ways. The easy way, okay? 1, be on a diet that really, really works with your body. You wanna be hitting 1 gram of protein per body pound. You wanna be getting enough carbs and enough fat in your diet every single day. And 2, get on a workout program that really, really suits you, that really builds muscle and focusing on building that strength. A lot of people just do whatever they want. You gotta get on a program, guys. A program will really guide you to success. So if you're really focused on hitting that, like building muscle fast, then you wanna get on a strict diet and a program that really suits you and your goals. And like I said, I do offer programs on moonmentality.com, weight loss, muscle building for women and men. So check it out, link in bio. But yeah, that's the easy answer. Now the hard answer, y'all. Building muscle or any fitness goal is a marathon and not a sprint. And what I mean by that is it doesn't happen overnight. Like it takes time, and it takes time. You won't even see your muscle building in real time. Like you'll just see it slowly getting put on. But it's a marathon, so it takes time. You have to be constantly on your diet for a very long time. You have to be on a program for a very long time, and you have to stick to it. Because a lot of people, what they think is they'll get in the gym and just get swole, they'll get jacked. If it worked like that, everybody would look insane. But no, everybody doesn't look insane. Only the top 1% do. But you've got to stick to your guns. You've got to really, really double down on your fitness goals and your fitness journey and believe that it will work, because it will. The proof is in the pudding. But when it comes to building muscle, you've got to be patient, and you've got to play the waiting game, because your results depend on your activity. So if you're a guy that's only active 1 day a week, it's going to take a long time. But if you're a guy that's day in, day out, absolutely killing diet, killing the gym, and you're just getting enough recovery is another big thing, you will get results a lot faster. And so it really just depends on your activity. But to build it fast, that's not really a thing. I'm sure there's things that can help you build it faster, wink wink. But if we're talking the natural way, it's a marathon. You gotta stick to your guns and be patient. Man, I'm looking a little chubby wubby. Time to go. Let's go do some cardio, guys. Got the cardio fit on. Let me show you, just literally a sweater. Let's go do some cardio, guys, because right now, for the ones that don't know, I am healing my shoulder. My shoulder's been acting up a little bit just from my wrestling days. So I'm letting it heal fully before we get back to 100% and get ready for a show. So that's all coming up. But let's go do some cardio because it's time to burn these calories so we can get ready for the day. Check the cardio fit. So we got the nice sweater, and we're rocking with shorts just because just because I don't want to wear full sweats and stuff like that. We're just doing a nice 30 minutes on the treadmill. Nothing too crazy. You're like, bro, 30 minutes? That's crazy. I used to wrestle, guys. So wrestling, we were doing 2-3 hours of cardio. So we're gonna do a nice 30 minutes, get a sweat going, and then get right back into it. See, the thing about Texas, y'all, is it was snowing. Now it's sunny. I guess that's how the weather works, but damn, like, ain't no funny business, baby. Ain't no fun. I guess it's funny a little bit. But yeah, y'all, so we're going to go do cardio. I low-key might want to start getting back into, like, some fighting practices. Because, like I said, for the ones that do know, I used to do jiu-jitsu, or not jiu-jitsu. I used to do wrestling and a little bit of boxing, like, just for fun sometimes. But I might get back into it because I do miss the competitive edge, because I do love bodybuilding, obviously. I love it. I live for it. But, like, for bodybuilding, you only compete for about 10 minutes. Then it's it. You prep for 12 weeks. So I want to do more than just that. So I might get back into fighting and stuff. Not fighting, but, like, extra, wrestling practices, jiu-jitsu practice, things like that. And just make it part of the journey because, like, why not, But, yeah, so we're going to go do some cardio right now. Like I said, like 30 minutes on the treadie, or maybe even the bike. I'm kind of feeling the bike, too. And just get this sweat on. Time to get nice, girthy, and sweaty, baby. Comment down below what you guys do for cardio. Like, do y'all go to, like, like I said, you go to martial arts practice. You get to burn a ton of calories. Do y'all just do regular cardio? Do y'all go for walks and stuff like that? Let me know. Quick motivation. You're not going to feel like you want to do the exercises, go to the gym every single day. And, like, for example, everybody that's just starting their fitness journey or really deep into the fitness journey, you know what I'm talking about. You have your days where you can go for 10 hours, but then you'll have your days where you just don't want to go at all. And on those days, guys, you've got to double down, and you've got to really, really remember that your feelings are not as important as your goals, okay? You've got to remember that your goals are the reason you started. So one big thing I tell everybody to do whenever they're starting their fitness journey is write down your goals. It is extremely important. So on the days where you're like, man, like, what is all this for? What is it? Is it worth it? You just go back to those goals and you're like, yeah, heck yeah, it's worth it. So that's just a little motivational tip. So write down your goals big time, guys, because they really, really do help out in the long run. I still go back and look at my goals all the time. You ask yourself, am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing to achieve my fitness dreams, my fitness goals? And 9 out of 10 times it's a yes, but sometimes we have a no. So really focus on what you're doing, get the job done, write down your goals, and get to freaking work. And on the days where you don't feel like it, those are the best days to double down. That's what we're going to start saying. We're going to double down and get the damn job done. Let's go do some cardio. Cardio, check. It was freaking amazing. But we got the job done. So on to the next question. Favorite quote to keep you going. So I would definitely say there's always someone working harder. That's a quote. So the quote is, like, word for word is, there's always someone working harder. And what I get from that is, are you going to be the guy that's working harder? Are you going to let somebody else take your spot? Are you going to let somebody else work harder than you? And to me, 10 out of 10 times, it's no, you're not going to work harder than me. You're not going to do more than me. I'm going to go till I can't. So that's one really big quote that I go by that keeps me going, is, like, I guess you could do that into two quotes. Was one, there's always somebody working harder. And then two, another one you could go by is, are you the hardest worker in the room? And if you are, you need to go to another room. You need to get around people who work even harder, and you need to beat them, So honestly, like, everything's a competition. And I know that's not the best way to look at things, but seriously, if you want to be the best, you have to put in the most work. You have to do the most. So that's one really big quote I go by. Back at the crib, I just ate some breakfast. Y'all already know how breakfast is. Simple, quick, eat it and go. So let's get back to the Q&A. Let's knock out these questions, and yeah, stick around. And real quick, guys, if you haven't liked the video already, I would really appreciate it. Just hit the thumbs up. And if you're new here, please subscribe. Sorry, my tripod keeps moving. Please subscribe. I would really, really appreciate it. But let's get right into it, baby. So next question, how do you balance your personal life with being an influencer? So I'm going to say it like this, guys. There's levels to being an influencer. And what I mean by that is, like, there's levels to where, like, you kind of just give away some of how your life goes, but then there's another level where you kind of go all in, and usually those are the most successful influencers, I would say, because the reason you're an influencer is people want to know like what you're up to, your day to day, what you eat, what you drink. Like they want to know everything about you, which is okay because that's the job you signed up for. But one thing that was kind of hard for me to adapt to whenever I became, I don't want to say I'm an influencer, but whenever I started doing like social media and everything, is I definitely had to accept the fact that people want to know more of me and like almost everything I do. You know, they want to know, well, not everything you do, but like a lot of you, you know what I mean? Because they want to relate, because a lot of them do relate. Because they just want to know what's going on because it's interesting, you know? So, one thing I did have a hard time dealing with was allowing myself to keep opening up to social media, because although I do seem like a very, you know, like outgoing, you know, just talk, I do like to have my personal things to myself, like a lot of stuff to myself. And one big thing I had to accept was like, in order to kind of go to the next level in a way, you kind of have to allow people to know like what's going on, if that makes sense. So I would say that was definitely my earlier days of social media where I kind of didn't want to share anything. I just wanted to post my face. But I would say the success comes whenever you like really open up who you are, because a lot of people can relate to you. Like they relate to you and they want to support you, or you can support them, etc. You know. But a couple big things that I do is so for example, the way I kind of like, I used to let my social media collide with my personal life. Like I was always on my phone and stuff. So one big thing I've done recently is like I've set rules for myself of when to get off the phone, you know, when to get off social media and when to get on. Like, cause like, let's say like one problem I had, I would be on social media, you know, from sunrise to sundown. Now it's like, you know, a certain time of the day, I'll put the phone down just for a bit, kind of just do my thing and then get right back on, if that makes sense. So another personal thing is like, one thing you can do as a personal, if you're trying to like be personal still as a social media influencer, is you can make like other accounts, right? Other accounts just for your personal friends, your good old friends from high school, or your good old friends from school, your friends that you just know, or family and stuff like that. You can create a page just for that, and who you really are can be on that page, right? But one big thing I think I've done to really balance it is just have like moderation of everything, because I used to just do everything at once. Now it's moderation. So I'll have my times when I'm on my phone, I'll have my times when I make videos, but you've also got to make time for yourself, because again, it is who you are, and you know, you got to be yourself still, even when you're kind of entertaining, if that makes sense. If that makes sense in a way. I could be just saying a whole lot of nothing, but yeah. Next question. Yo, y'all like this jacket? Fashion over, yo. Kind of looks pretty cool, yo. No joke. All right. Next question. I think you don't talk about your ancestry nearly enough. I'd love to hear more about it. So, guys, for the ones that don't know, or guys, take a second and comment down below what ethnicity you think I am. I feel like a lot of you guys are gonna get it wrong, or y'all might be spot on. But I've been called maybe 99% of all the races, and a lot of people get them wrong, or ethnicities, whatever you want to call it. So a little bit about me, guys. I've never really opened up on YouTube, but a little bit about me is I'm Arabian, Middle Eastern. It just depends on what you want to call it. My parents are from the Middle East. They came to the States and raised me here. That's why my English is so good compared to others. So yes, I'm Arabian, Middle Eastern, whatever you want to call it. I do speak Arabic. I speak very fluently. I speak Arabic very well. So right now I'm trilingual, guys. So I speak Arabic, English, and a little bit of Spanish. I don't want to say I know it fully. So I'm kind of, you know, bilingual and a half, because I don't know Spanish fully yet, but I will learn it. But yeah, so I do speak English, Arabic, and Spanish. But more about my family. They come straight from the Middle East, Arabian. And yeah, that's a little bit about my ancestry, guys. If y'all want to know more about it, comment down below. Next question. This is kind of a funny one. If you had one SZA song on repeat for a week straight, what track would it be? Man, I really enjoy the song Snooze by SZA. It's a really good song. But I also really like Good Days by SZA is another great song. But if I had to choose one, it'd probably, man, I'm not gonna lie, either Snooze or whatchamacallit, Good Days. I can't pick them between those, I'm sorry. Real quick, ladies and gentlemen, also, if you're interested in losing weight or building muscle, y'all, check out my website, Moon Mentality. There I have a bunch of programs for losing weight, building muscle, at-home programs, anything. So feel free to check it out, moonmentality.com. And yeah. Next question, y'all. Mental health tips and tricks. You're one of my inspirations. I really, really appreciate that, guys. Guys, no joke. Whenever I'm in the gym and stuff, like doing my thing, and sometimes I just need a little bit of motivation. A lot of times I'll just go and check y'all's comments and stuff, because y'all are very nice to me. And y'all don't need to be nice to me. Y'all don't need to be nice to me at all, but y'all choose to be. And I appreciate every single one of you that takes time out of their day to comment on my stuff, like a picture, just anything. Even just viewing my stuff, I appreciate you for real. Because this has been one of my big goals, and like I said, I really, really appreciate it. But some big mental health tips and tricks that I think could help you guys is being goal-oriented. Whenever you're goal-oriented, guys, you always have something to chase, if that makes sense. And not that like you always need something to chase, but it really does make things make sense. So, for example, like let's say your goal is to whatever, put on 20 pounds of muscle in the gym, or 20 pounds on your body frame, right? You're not just going to put it on immediately, but you have to set up goals for that. So step one would be get on a good diet, right? Step two is I'm going to hit the gym 5 days a week on a correct workout program. And then step three is I'm going to commit to this. So right, to get even into more depth with that, you want to set up goals like by next week, I want to be a pound higher. The week after that, I want to be 2 pounds higher, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And as you keep chasing these goals, you're going to notice that things are getting done. They don't get done immediately, right? Because again, on a fitness journey, marathon, not a sprint. They don't get it done immediately, but I promise you, you start to see a change, and eventually they will get done. So, and it's more than fitness, bro. Like it could be like, I want to set up a new business. I want to do this. I want to do that. It could be so many things. It doesn't have to be fitness. Like that's just the best way I can explain it. But always set up goals to chase, bro. And if you think your goals are too big, break them down, bro. Break them down into baby steps. Like there's no problem with that, like at all. So whenever I'm recording or I have to take pictures for a company and whatnot, one thing I do is I just look at what I have to do and I break it into sections. And as you kind of kill one section at a time, it's like, okay, I've done this. This huge goal that just seemed like overwhelming is now done because I broke everything down into baby steps. So if you have a huge goal, that's great. It's always amazing to dream big. That means there's a reason you're dreaming big. Definitely, you want to just chop it down into baby steps and one step at a freaking time. So that, I would say, definitely be goal oriented, bro. Second, talk to people. It's good to be alone to yourself, but it's also not. Like, you know how they say it's like when you're lonely, you have time to think? That's correct, right? But you also need to be talking to people, guys. You need to get out of your room. You need to get out of your house. You need to go try new things. That's a lot of people's problem. They don't want to go try new things. Go talk to new people. Go try new things. Just go and experience, if that makes sense. So even if you're going through something great, call your buddies, call your friend. And if you have nobody to talk to, there's always somebody to talk to, guys. Like literally there's phone lines for that. So always find people to talk to, guys. Make good friends. Because like the people you're around is how you will act. I'm a big believer in that. Your circle is what makes you. And if you have a circle full of winners, you best believe you're going to be a damn winner, right? But if you have a circle full of dweebs, you're going to be a dweeb. It's just what it is. Like my circle, there's only winners in my circle. There's only winners in my circle, only winners. I don't want nobody else in it. And that could be selfish. That could sound arrogant. But at the end of the day, it's like, who do you want to be? Do you want to be a champ, or do you just want to be, whatevs, right? I feel like I've made my decision. So definitely, bro, start hanging with more people. Go talk to people. Get some new friends, bro, or just talk to friends in general. That's tip number 2. So tip number 1, goal oriented. Tip number 2, talk to people. And then tip number 3, bro, you just got to take risks. Taking risks is a big thing. A big reason people don't try new stuff is because they're always thinking about the other side. But always think about, like, what if it works? Like, what if the thing that you want actually happens? How would you feel then, right? Like, it feels amazing. So I would definitely say, bro, just take risks. So those are really big things that I think would help your mental health. And mental health, guys, it's a roller coaster, like, no joke. It's like up and down, up and down, up and down. And when you're down, you better be ready to shoot back up. You know what I mean? But those are my tips those are definitely some great tips for mental health to keep you going, to just keep you, motivated and stuff. Also, another quick tip, if you guys want this jacket, it's super comfortable and super amazing. Also, link in bio. It's Fashion Nova Men by Fashion Nova. Check it out. So guys, that is it for today's video. Hopefully you guys really did enjoy the Q&A. Like I said, check out the Instagram. There you will see all the merch updates and stuff like that. You're going to catch a ton of stuff from me. And guys, let me comment down below what you want to see next. You guys know I read all your comments. I appreciate every single one of you that comment. If you're new here, please subscribe. And if you haven't liked the video already, it's okay, because your mom probably will. I'll see you guys in the next video.